Hey everyone, Linda Reed-Enever. Welcome to a tutorial on how to create infographics nice and easily. Now, this infographic tool is great. It uses AI, it uses automation to be able to create infographics for you nice and easily. And it's one of the favorite tools that I have in my toolbox right now. The tool we're going to use is called Infographics. So let's log in and get started, and I'll show you how to create some infographics. It has been a great little find in my toolbox, and I really have enjoyed finding this tool to being able to play with it. So we're just going to sign in with my Google account and get ourselves started, which is pretty exciting, without having an easy Google connection along the way. So let's jump in. So here we are on our Infography dashboard. Now, there are a number of ways that we can use Infography to create infographics. We can go topic, we can load PDF files, we can pop in content, and we can also use URLs. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to show the URL one with you. We're going to grab a blog post here from the Reed-Enever Group website, which is a standard "Why do you need a network?" and we're going to pop it in and ask it to create an infographic for me. And we hit the generate button, and this is our AI and automation going to work. It is creating that infographic we need. Normally takes about 30 seconds to generate. We can also change ratios around if we want to. But for me, when I'm wanting to use infographics with blog posts to promote our marketing, then we're going to use it in that Pinterest format. So what you can see here is there's some different templates that you can choose from. You can add some details in, and you can then set up your brand down the track and make sure that it's branded online. But I wanted to show you how we use it natively out of the box right now. So really, from our Reed-Enever Group point of view, I might go into this one and we talk about the importance of business networking, looking at the value of advice, increased customer referrals, support from coaches and mentors. And I might jump into this one a little bit and edit it. Okay, so editing it means that I can change the fonts, I can change the layout, I can even drag and drop where the text is going to be sitting to make sure that we get the best options from there. We can make sure that we're using our fonts, which if we jump in here, hopefully we can find Montserrat is our font. And Montserrat is the font that I want to use across everywhere. So now as I change those fonts, you can see that I do need to just drag and drop things along the way. And if we jump in here, we'll get that one right as well. We're ready to go. Now, if I wanted to, I can also load our logo up in here. We can put our watermark in, and that will all be good and ready to go. So we can look at it here, and we're pretty much happy and ready to go. So I'm going to hit download, and that now means that I've got an infographic downloaded, ready to be used, to be able to be saved in our programming. So if I was then going to do our next step, we would go to MeetEdgar and we would load that infographic into our MeetEdgar account, linking back to the blog post as one of those images so that it helps increase reach along the way. But I said to you, there's a few ways in Infography that you can create infographics. So let's have a look at it now. So the next one is we could go topic, and we could ground a topic around 5 ways to beat overwhelm, because it's one I talk about quite often. And we hit the generate button here. And what it's going to do now is generate 5 ways to generate overwhelm. Now, the other one I'm going to do is just to do something a little bit differently as well. We're working on this, we're going to go to ChatGPT, because we're going to see how using 2 AI tools together might work better for us inside this space. So right now we've got ChatGPT. I'm going to go over here to my brand voice, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me 5 ways. So what I'm asking it to do is give me 5 ways to beat overwhelm, just a slightly different way to be able to do it. And because my chat's trained with me, it's normally pretty good in being able to get the right things that I need to have inside this space. So it's talking about the things that I would normally talk about. But I would normally probably edit this up a little bit before we jump in. So our first one is there, 5 ways to beat overwhelm, practice deep breathing. All of those look good, and I can save them. And I might save this one and then come back and fix this one up later. Doesn't link to a blog right now, but I know that Clive and I both content on overwhelm quite often. So there's something that we can link on from there. And then the final way, as I was saying to you, is when we've got content. So we're going to grab the content that we've just created from ChatGPT, and we're going to hit the little copy button down here, and we're going to pop it in here, and we're going to ask it to generate a very similar one for us based on the content that we've got. So we've been able to use AI, we've been able to use automation to create infographics in a matter of seconds. Yes, you need to do a little bit of editing along the way, but it is a very handy tool for you to be able to do it. The next steps after you create your infographic is to start sharing them. So you might share them in Facebook groups. You might also go and share them through Pinterest, as we were talking about in the demonstration. You might add it to your social schedulers. You might pop it into your Instagram stories. Now, MeetEdgar is my chosen tool to do all of those things that I have just spoken to you about, apart from sharing in Facebook groups. But you can see we've got some fairly great infographics that we can start using within our business. So if you haven't already, go and give Infography a try. We are a referral partner, so if you do click on our link, we do get a small commission, and that allows me to keep making tutorials like this for you. I'm looking forward to seeing what you create with Infography. And if you're a business member or a marketing circle member, I would love to see your infographics inside of our Facebook group. Go and share them. Share the amazing information that you've just created and put into an infographic with the community so they all can get to know what amazing knowledge you have.